Hey y'all, Daniel Gaines here. This is going to be a very short one. I actually forgot about something, and it was just brought to my attention. Sorry, I got a torn ligament in my shoulder, and it's acting up. My shoulder's hurting. But forgot about something. I said in my last video that there's 3 sitting U.S. senators, 2 judges, and several attorneys, including 1 U.S. attorney who's watching my trial. I forgot about another guy I know who is also watching my trial. Now, this guy isn't a senator. He's not an attorney. He's not a judge. However, this guy does live in Washington, D.C. So, he was watching my trial today in front of one of the federal buildings in D.C. So I've asked him tomorrow if he could go play my trial, watch my trial, because he's got it on playing loud through his Bluetooth subwoofer and all that. So it's audible from a bit of a distance. But I've asked him tomorrow to either sit in front of the Department of Justice and watch my trial, or to sit in front of the Congressional building and watch my trial. Either way helps out. If he sits in front of the DOJ and members of the Department of Justice hear this and they start watching, they will quickly realize and see that there's a lot of civil rights violations and abuse taking place. And then hopefully that'll get the DOJ involved. Although I actually on Thursday or Friday last week, sent all the information to the DOJ, their civil rights division anyway. So they're going to be aware of the matter. Just don't know if they're going to do anything about it, or if the lawsuit will force that for them. But either way, they're sent the information, and hopefully tomorrow we can get them to watch. Or he can go sit in front of the Congressional building, which would hopefully cause some senators outside of the 3 who are already watching to stop and view this. And then they themselves will see the violations of law, the intentional and blatant violations of state and federal law, the malicious and intentional abuse and violations of constitutionally protected rights that these fucking clowns are guilty of. So, either way, lawmakers see it. They can change the laws because they'll have proof of the abuse. They already have the proof because one of the members of the Senate who is watching this, as I said, is a sitting member currently of the Senate Judiciary Committee. Not the best person to have watching when a judge tells you that basically they get to use an illegal court order against you. Not the best person to have watching when a judge tells you that the purpose of the appeals court is to deal with the fact that this judge is allowing illegal evidence to be used against me. All a very bad look for the judge. They're just too stupid to understand who all I might have connections with, or who all I might be in contact with, or just how much support I might actually have in this. They don't know about the fact that since February, I've been doing nothing but reaching out to people for this specific reason, specifically for trial watchers, court watchers. I've been networking hardcore. Have it confirmed that one of the groups that was watching my trial at one point had over 17,000 people actively watching at one time. Oh yeah, it's like that. We like that in this bitch. See, y'all thought you were going to target a motherfucker, not knowing this motherfucker already targeted and took the shot on y'all. Told y'all, playing with the wrong fucking person. Y'all are fighting a battle you cannot win. And y'all might win with this fucking clown-ass, bitch-ass judge, Judge Gerald Johnson. Okay, cool. This fucking clown's probably going to violate my rights. I already expect it. I've already stated it's going to happen. Is what I haven't stated is what comes when he does. Because, see, I'm not dealing with an appeal. No reason. It's going to be the same outcome in the state. So I'm just straight filing the writ of mandamus. That'll be filed tomorrow before the trial starts. I am also going to go ahead and file the documents that need to be filed to get the Washington State Supreme Court involved. Now, I'm not dealing with the appeals court. I'm skipping them. I already can pursue the federal removal and have it granted. I've already got the federal courts waiting to hear back from the federal courts to see if they're going to take the matter in Missouri or if they're going to send me to the 9th District. But based on the 4 different U.S. attorneys I've spoken to that have helped me with these documents, the odds of the federal courts denying hearing my case, pretty much non-existent. It's going to the federal courts. Guaranteed. And this judge isn't going to offer a proper remedy, considering this clown is allowing illegal evidence to be used. As such, this clown's going to get himself named in the legal action, in the lawsuit. Only one way to avoid it. Follow the fucking law. And thus far, allowing an invalid and illegal court order to be used against me? No, Gerald, you're not following the law. It's actually a violation of judicial canon, Canon 1, Rule 1.2. A judge must follow the law. An invalid and illegal court order has no legal weight or authority behind it, cannot be used as evidence because it's invalid and illegal, and everything else. And yet you're allowing it as if there's proper proof that it's legit. Where's the proof of service, you stupid fuck? I've requested it multiple times. Still ain't got it. Where's the proof of jurisdiction, you stupid fuck? I've asked about it many times. I asked about it in 2009. I asked about it in 2015. It's been brought up by me. Not my fault. The judiciary in the state of Washington refuses to follow the fucking law. I can't be faulted for that. Nor can you use that as an excuse to punish me. Because that's judicial misconduct. The exact same judicial misconduct that Judge Gerald Johnson has engaged in today. It's judicial misconduct. It's judicial overreach. And it's also criminal. He's going to allow an invalid court order to reduce or restrict my constitutionally protected rights, which actually makes him guilty of 18 U.S.C. 241, criminal conspiracy against rights, as well as 18 U.S.C. 242, which is criminal deprivation of rights under color of law. Watch, y'all, it's going to happen this way. But then let's see how long this judge is still on the bench and all these motherfuckers still have a job afterwards. Because even if I decide not to go to state route and just go to federal route, still violations of law. Violations of federal law. I'm not the one breaking the law. I'm actually the one been begging for the fucking law to be followed. I might be an asshole. When you push me, I am. I'll willingly and gladly and openly admit that. Don't give me a reason to be. I won't be. I'm not an asshole by nature. I'm actually a pretty laid back, happy person by nature. When you piss me off, well, I am Irish. But I don't believe in physical violence. I'm actually completely against it. Now, I'll get my revenge through the courts. I'll get my revenge by suing y'all. I'll get my revenge by costing y'all your careers. And I'll laugh the entire fucking time I'm doing it. Because you criminal fuck started this. Keep that fact in mind. Kate Orlando, you lying bitch. One question you need to prepare yourself for that I will be asking. Have you ever been accused of criminal conduct, Kate Orlando? I hope you say no, personally, because then that's whenever I'm going to share with the court what happened with you several years ago, where there were allegations of criminal conduct on your part. So That's going to be used to show that you already have a propensity to violate the law knowingly, as well as the fact that you've committed perjury. Shelter care order will be filed as evidence tomorrow morning, along with the March 2nd, 2020 Mason County court order, both of which the state intentionally and maliciously omitted from their filings of evidence and documents. Kate Orlando today said my rights were not violated or restricted. So did Jarrell Sanders. Both made this statement under oath. Problem is, the shelter care order that the judge will have access to tomorrow, meaning he can't stop me from asking questions about the document he has, it will show that my communication with my daughter is only at my daughter's consent. I have no say. It will show that it's limited in times a week I'm allowed to talk to my daughter. It will also show there are things they stated I'm not allowed to talk to my daughter about. All three of those things I just named, all restrictions to my constitutionally protected rights, otherwise known as parental rights. They said there wasn't any restrictions. They testified under oath that there was no restrictions on my parental rights, but yet their own documents proves otherwise. Their own documents show them to be liars. Their own documents prove perjury. Not my part. I didn't commit perjury. These criminal fucks did. But I will hold them accountable. See? I don't know if y'all can see this. 2 hours, 12 minutes, 7 seconds. That's just that one file on my audio recorder. Won't go into detail about it just yet, but I promise within the coming days, every bit of that 2 hours and 12 minutes and 7 seconds will be posted on here. It'll just be done in multiple videos because I'm only allowed like 33 minutes or so at a time. But this entire audio recording will be posted on YouTube on this page, on this channel. Y'all can listen to it. Y'all can hear the shit that was said. And then y'all can hit me up with the questions that you're going to have from the things that were said. One thing, you'll notice how these motherfuckers at the department don't know shit. That's what they testified to today. Oh, I don't know. I don't know any of that information. I don't know anything about the case. But yet both stated they knew the details of the case. They both said they knew details of the case, but yet can't offer any details of the case and are unaware of all the details of the case. Interesting concept, isn't it? This is the shit we really have to deal with as fathers, with these fucking criminal clowns. This is really common. They say they're not doing something, or they say something, and then they do the exact opposite. It's insane. It really is. Like today, they said my rights weren't restricted at all, knowing that there's a shelter care order that proves they're fucking lying. Knowingly lying to the courts under oath. I get real specific for you. Hold on. We have lying to the courts. We have hold on. There we go. We have I have to make sure I have all the right codes. We have today, and in total, give you a couple codes that it's going to be brought up. We have 28 USC 1443 violations by the department, the state, the government. 18 USC 241 and 243, which obviously is a given, as I've mentioned multiple times. We also have several other violations, such as 18 USC 1621, such as 28 USC 1746, Section 2 specifically. I mean, I have evidence rules I can cite. We have, like, here's another one. This is one everybody needs to look up and know. Seriously, everybody should know this next one. 18 USC 2511. Section 2, subsection D. It's the interception and disclosure of wire, oral, and electronics communications prohibited. Section 2D states, it shall not be unlawful for a person not acting under color of law, meaning somebody who's not a member of the court or a state official or employee or anything else, government official or employee, somebody who's not one of them, acting under color of law, to interpret a wire, oral, or electronic communication where such person is a party to the communication, has given prior consent to such interception, unless such communication is intercepted for the purpose of committing any criminal or tortious act in violation of the Constitution or laws of the United States or of any state. That's the federal law, 18 USC 2511, that says you can record without consent. That's the federal recording laws, and it says one party consent. Meaning, if you live in a two-party state, fuck their feelings. Record without their consent. Cite that law. They can't say or do shit. Now, I'm not using it for any illegal conduct or anything else. I'm using it simply to protect my rights. It means I'm legal. Plus Missouri law, which is the law that was cited that gave me the court order to allow me to record these criminal fucks. Missouri law doesn't have the added caveat to it that the federal laws do. And since Missouri law is what was stated, that's what we're using in this regard. So, they're really kind of fucked, if I'm being honest. And I think it's funny. I think it's funny as fuck what's going to happen. I think it's funny as fuck that these criminals think that I'm too stupid to understand what they're going to do. But I think it's the funniest of all that these fucking clown-ass criminals think that nothing's going to happen when they do what they're fixing to do. And what they're fixing to do is violate my rights further. What they don't realize is what's going to happen and how swiftly it's going to happen when they do that. Every one of them who's part of this is being named. The only exception is my daughter. And she's included in the federal action because she's a witness to it. So she's still a part of it. It's just she's not being sued because she's just as much an innocent victim in all this as I am. Her disrespect notwithstanding, that's an issue for me and my daughter to discuss, how it's not appropriate. But I really can't fault or blame her whenever, if it wasn't for her mother's criminal conduct and criminal actions, that wouldn't be the case. So, my daughter will be included, but only as a witness. She will give testimony that will also prove the criminal conduct that's taken place. And that'll be done whether she wants to or not. There's nothing that she'll be able to do to stop or prevent that. She won't be allowed to not testify. She'll have a federal subpoena, so she has to show up. And the federal courts will compel her to answer the questions under oath. There ain't nothing that anybody can do. She's going to be a witness and nothing more. Everybody else, though, judges, commissioners, Terry Farmer, that means you, all the rest of them, they better watch out and be ready. And I don't mean watch out like any kind of physical harm. I mean watch out for these court documents. Because they're going to be served to you. And there ain't shit you can do about it. Because, see, I'm not stupid enough to try and have you served at work during work hours where you can easily avoid the service. Now, see, being the smartest one in the room always has its advantages. Now, see, is the way I'm going to have y'all served. Y'all will be served at your personal residence over a weekend. It's like that. Process server already has all the documents, already has everybody's addresses, just waiting on me to give them the green light to serve everybody. And all I'm waiting on for that is the federal courts to decide if it's going to be in Missouri or in California where this matter's heard. But then everybody will be served over a weekend at home. That way, can't avoid it. Sucks for y'all. So y'all want to accuse me of being such a danger. I've had y'all's personal addresses for months. Ain't never put it out. Ain't never tried to do anything with it. Ain't I even had a malicious thought with your addresses. Only reason I got that information is for my process server. And nothing I've done is illegal. Public information is public information. I'm allowed to look up public information. Not my fault I'm smart enough to know how to look and where. But again, it's purely for the purpose of having y'all served court documents. But I digress. Sorry this has ended up longer than y'all thought or what I said. That's my fault. I get to going. Y'all know this. Not uncommon. But y'all really should tune in tomorrow. Watch the second day of this trial. Things are far from done. And things are really about to get interesting. Like I said, my evidence is filed tomorrow morning. They have to allow for my evidence to be submitted late due to the fact that the department filed their evidence late and dumped 2,200 pages of discovery on me less than 2 weeks before the trial. And I'm a non-lawyer, cannot be held to the same standard as the lawyers. So the courts allowed the department to basically last-minute document dump against a non-lawyer, or on a non-lawyer. They have to allow the exceptions. My documents will be filed tomorrow, and that will open up a whole lot of questions that the judge didn't allow me to ask today because, well, there's no proof that those documents exist, and I can't take your word for it. This motherfucker gonna tell me he can't take my word for something like I'm the one that's been fucking lying. Sitting there admitting I've been an asshole to them, admitting I'm cussing these motherfuckers out. I admit to cussing out members of the judiciary. I take pride in standing up for my rights. I admit to all this. Clearly, I'm not the one that's going to lie or has something to hide. At some point, you stupid fucks, logic and reason does have to kick in. But you'll have the evidence tomorrow. You'll have the documents tomorrow. And then I would love to see you try and claim that, oh, you're just making things up. Or imply that I'm making things up. Really should learn your fucking facts. Really should learn not to fucking play with people who are smarter than you. And you really shouldn't fucking play with people who know the law far better than all of you criminal fucks. And that does include you, Judge Johnson. I will put my knowledge of the law in relation to family law against your knowledge of law, period, any day of the week. I bet money I make you my bitch in that topic. Guarantee. Guarantee. See, you might have a lot of knowledge of the law. But y'all have forced me to focus learn for almost 17 years. One thing that cannot be stated about me is that I'm stupid. Anybody who knows me will attest to the fact that I'm an incredibly intelligent individual. Well, when somebody who knows how to research and everything else, when they focus research, as anyone would know, you're able to do very specific, detailed research to gain insane amounts of knowledge on that topic. Usually research is done over a period of time. Now, imagine you took for almost 17 years, literally 4 months shy of 17 years, and for that entire 17-year span, all you did was learn about one specific topic. One. Not multiple, not general, one very specific topic. How much information do you think I've learned? I'd test my talent. I'll call any of you motherfuckers out. I'll embarrass all you punk ass bitches any day of the week when it comes to law. Come try me, motherfuckers. You motherfuckers at the department, you motherfuckers on the judiciary, y'all were told to stop playing with me. Y'all were told there would be a legal action if you kept it up. Y'all stupid asses' fault, not mine. Again, I'm not the one who's violating the law. That's you criminal fucks. I'm just the one who's calling you out for doing it. And I'm the one who's not allowing it to happen. So, see you tomorrow. Y'all, I love you. Have a good night.